So you want to overcome your fear of public speaking? I have only done 10,000 professional talks and I still get a little bit of fear. I think you should not eliminate all your fears. Those little fears that you have, it means that you care. I am having butterflies right now, but let the butterflies come out in formation. So I'm going to give you some actual tips on how to overcome your fear of public speaking.
I'm on the rocks, guys.
So you want to eliminate the fear of public speaking. Mark Twain once said that there are only two kinds of speakers: nervous speakers and liars. I have done over 10,000 professional talks and I still get butterflies. Do you really want to eliminate, or should you eliminate all of those butterflies, all the fears, little nervousness? The truth is, if you don't fear, if you don't have certain amount of nervousness, that means you don't care. So the fact that you're nervous means that you care. There's a certain amount of butterflies I have. The trick is to let the butterflies come out in formation, not just helter-skelter. And as you know, that a lot of people report that giving a speech or public speaking is their greatest fear. Yet, this skill of public speaking is one of the greatest business skills that you can acquire to get ahead in life. As a matter of fact, people report that fear of public speaking is higher than fear of dying. So the truth is that the person would rather be inside the casket than giving the eulogy. I hope you're not that bad. So here's the real truth. And I'm going to give you some techniques and stuff how to do it, but here's the overriding reason why you get nervous. The reason you get nervous is because you are totally me-focused. You're totally inward-focused. And that's where all your nervousness comes from. And what do I mean by that you're me-focused or inward-focused? The thoughts that are going through people's mind when they say they're nervous, they're thinking like, they're looking like, oh my God, I'll be boring. Or they're thinking that people will laugh at me, or they're thinking I'll freeze, or they're thinking that I'll forget my lines. All of those things. So these are all about me. What if they don't like me? What if they throw eggs at me? What if they throw tomatoes at me? What is the commonality of all of these feelings? It's all about you. A very wise man, very early on in my career as a speaker, gave me an advice that to this day I never forget. And he said, listen, you get in trouble when you're trying to impress. So he said, speak to express, not to impress. Chances are, when you are sincerely expressing yourself, they're going to be impressed anyway. There's not one speaker who doesn't want that feeling that, hey, let me impress you. And all the other things that just come with it. But don't make that your target. Don't make that your goal. So the moment you become outward focused, your nervousness, right, that very, very philosophical mindset that you're going to be outward focused, not inward focused, will help you a lot in eliminating the fear. So now let me give you some actual steps, let's call it, to eliminate your fears of public speaking. So let me give you some specific steps how to overcome your nervousness. If you know what you're going to talk about, that's the only way you can be present. In your mind, if you're thinking that, what am I going to say next? Then again, you're inward, not outward. So once you are absolutely confident about the subject matter, that you can ask me anything. As a matter of fact, you can even write down the questions of the audience are going to ask and prepare those answers in advance so that when they ask you, you don't care where they're coming from and what time of the speech they come from. If they do come, you're prepared. So you can be present and you can take the question, answer them, or say that, hey, that's a great question. I'm going to, please hold off your question till I'm done, because most of the questions are going to be answered as I speak anyway. I've done it several times. And so that's the first thing. Know your topic well. When you know it, your nervousness will go down almost automatically. So next is get organized. The more you get organized, the less nervous you're going to be, including if you're going to be using some props, you're going to be using some visual aids. If you prepare them in advance so that you don't get nervous, they don't work, look at it. If you're going to be playing a video, play it, make sure the audio is working, make sure the connection, it's all do the things. As a matter of fact, go there in advance to take ownership of the room and look at what the room setup is and everything else so that you feel comfortable in the room. So if you're comfortable, your nervousness goes down. So next is practice, practice, and practice. One way to do practice is obviously in front of a mirror, but a better way is people that some friends you bring and talk. I personally don't like to talk to a mirror and stuff. When I do even my webinars, and I don't like talking to an empty microphone, I like talking to people. So I always invite some people for my webinar, and then I do I call it almost like a fireside chat. So I'm having a conversation with some few people in front of me. These are my friends. And my nervousness goes down because I can't see them from that perspective. You can also videotape yourself so that you can watch yourself. And then if it's a sales presentation, make a video and ask yourself the critical question. If this guy were to present to you, would you buy? If the answer is yes, you did a great presentation. Keep on going. So practice, practice, practice. And when you practice, another way to bring your nervousness down and overcoming all your fear of public speaking. Here's another one. It's an old trick. Visualize your success. Visualize your whole presentation going well. Visualize that you're getting a standing ovation. Whatever your form of success is, visualize that somebody is coming to you and telling you how much they learned from you. Someone coming to you saying that how much what you shared meant, how much it changed their lives, what you've just shared. So your thought in visualizing that will also eliminate some of the negative counter that, oh, what if they don't like? And as a matter of fact, I'll give you a book. It's one of my favorite books. It's called What If It All Goes Right? What if it all goes right? Because we're all wired to every time think, what if it all goes wrong? So this is a brilliant book, simple book, but this powerful question, what if? What if it all goes right? So visualize your success. Here's another one, and this one, it's in no particular order. This one's probably, you should do it even before you start. If you want to overcome or reduce your nervousness, your fear, you must be physically comfortable. If you're tense, if you're tight, it just shows that you're tight. Loosen up. Physically be comfortable. If you're, jacket, just make sure you're there. And one of the ways that I do it is take some deep breath. Easy does it. Get physically comfortable and you'll see that emotionally you'll be comfortable just as much once you start. It's a prerequisite for being emotionally comfortable is when you're physically comfortable. I've given you can probably even Google 1,000 things and you're going to find it. But let me give you from my experience and from my mentor, it's a little bit of spiritual, a little bit of Zen. Before he goes on stage, he whips himself into a frenzy. And then his mantra was that I now command my other than conscious mind to direct me in assisting as many people as possible to show a better life for themselves. And I will use whatever it takes and to show these people a better life for themselves. I am one with God and God is everything. Somewhat similar to this was his mantra, and I haven't been in for many years. I almost had it memorized. And then physically, spatially, just look at every corner of the room and take ownership that nothing happens in this four corners without my approval. So everything must go right. And that's a spiritual way to take control of that. And then from then on, it's my room. So I hope that helps. And next time, I want to hear you speak absolutely fluently without any nervousness or fear. And if you've liked what you've heard so far, I may have a special gift for you. Just click the link below, or it's over here, and you'll get that special gift from me, and that'll help you in your professional speaking career.